Hey guys, I'm starting out a new financial channel with my co-host Michael Santonato. His channel is called BEFI or Become Financially Indestructible. And we're trying to get his new channel up to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys could go down there, the link is down below in the description. Also, the content's going to be released on his channel about 2 to 3 weeks before it gets released on mine. Again, the link is below, and now on with the show.
Welcome, everybody, to the show. Michael Santonato here. How to become financially indestructible with the one and only Sandman. And Sandman is someone who's basically created an empire of loyal followers for the last several years, where he's an authority in the space and he regularly, I think every day, publishes YouTube videos. And so we're going to talk about YouTube and how YouTube is a business model and what to do, how we can use it to become financially indestructible. Sandman, thank you so much for coming on.
No worries. So, yeah, YouTube, I started back, my first YouTube channel was, I think it was 2010, 2011, but that channel didn't really take off. It wasn't until end of 2013 that I started my first Sandman channel, and out the gate, I got something like 300 subscribers in the first like 3 or 4 days. So I was like, okay, there's definitely interest here. So
That's huge.
yeah, like my thing is, if you want to start off making content, the first thing you got to do is you got to identify an underserved segment of content creation. So the reason I started making content in the manosphere was because I had consumed all the content that was out there and I wanted more, but there was no more. So I was like, oh, if I can't consume anymore, I have to start making it. I have to start doing my own research. I have to start making it myself. And so I started making it, and people were just like drawn to it because they realized there was no supply. The supply was sporadic. There were a couple videos a week, but there weren't the literally hundreds of channels in the manosphere making content like there are right now. So that's what you want to do. You want to find a niche in YouTube that hasn't been covered. And then what you want to do is you want to serve that market, produce as much content as you can to serve that underrepresented niche, and your channel will skyrocket in growth. So, but it's not just about identifying what's new and underserved. That is a huge part of succeeding on YouTube. The other part of it is also making high quality, consistent content that brings something new to the table. Like, you just don't want to rehash the same stuff that other people are saying. You want to bring new ideas and new analysis to something so that people are like, wait a minute, I didn't think about that before. And while I've been doing this over the last 10 years, I've noticed that I've literally changed the language. So my goal was to make content that was going to bring, the manosphere red pill to the masses. I wanted to like red pill the masses. And it took a long time, but like I inspired a lot of content creators that inspired other content creators. And eventually now it is mainstream. So I've achieved my goal. So
Yes.
you have to have that overarching reason for creating content. For me, it was creating a revolution and empowering men to kind of recognize the problems they were going through and kind of how to fix them. But it was also how to solve problems for myself that no one else was solving. Excuse me.
Nice. Yeah, man, that's amazing. So you achieved your goal, I would say. Red pilling the masses, empowering men. You achieved that. You also have a large feminine following, though. You have a lot of women following.
Well, I wouldn't say I have a lot of women, but I have like very loyal groupies. Let's put it that way.
That's very different. Very loyal groupies to women following. Those are two very different things.
Well, look, part of making the manosphere mainstream was in the beginning, it was kind of the women were fighting it. And now you're starting to see like women creating red pill channels and like parroting the same stuff that I've been talking about for 10 years.
Right.
So because women are a lot slower to adopt new ideas. And then once an idea becomes mainstream, they jump all over it. So
Right. That's people in general, but I think you might be right about
yeah,
women specifically.
yeah. So
So
go ahead.
how did you find, or how does one find this underserved content, this underserved market?
Well, start with the content that you watch, right? If you watch certain content, you're like, I can't stop watching this. This is so good. I have to click on this video the moment the person releases it. Or if you're not getting notifications, then what you need to do is you go and you search that person's like content every couple days or week to see if a new video's popped out. That's telling you that that's content that other people are not producing enough of, because if they were, you would have more wait. You would have to wait 3 or 4 days or a week to have something to watch. You'd have it like every day.
Right.
So another thing is, if you make videos where you talking is more profitable than going on a location and filming a video and editing it. Because unless your production quality is way, way super high. Because the thing is, it's not just about quality, it's about quantity. So you're competing against people who do like talk videos on YouTube. Like they'll do a daily 3 or 4 hour podcast, and then they'll chop it up into 5 or 10 smaller videos, and then they'll put out like almost half a dozen to a dozen videos every day. So even if those videos don't each do like super well, they don't each get like 20 or 30,000 views. If each one still gets 5 to 10,000, that still adds up. You're still getting 100, 150,000 views. And by doing that, you're now making a semi-decent living.
Right. So it's about quantity and quality.
Well, there's the three business things, like the three most important things to making any product, which is quantity, quality, and speed, right? So if you can make something amazing every day and fast, then that's the most profitable. Usually you can only do 2 of those things and you suffer on the third.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Go ahead.
Okay. Keep going. No, this is amazing, man. I'm actually taking notes because we're just starting this channel here. We're just growing at my channel here. You know what I mean? So please continue.
Yeah.
That's really epic.
So like if you look at this channel, it's basically, we're making 4 videos every week. But the thing is, like if we were going to take this super serious, we'd be making like 4 videos a day. If we did 4 videos a day for like a month or two, we'd have like, 250, 200 videos. And then the channel would grow so much faster, right? Like I'm already doing 1 video a day of my regular content. And then I'm going to add another 4 videos that we're doing now a week. So that's going to get me to 11 videos a week. But you have to remember, when I started, I was doing a video a day. That was unheard of. Now I'm competing against people who are doing like 6 or 7 videos a day. I can't compete against them, right? Because they're and then wait till AI starts to create videos for you. It writes the script through something like ChatGPT, and then it uses an automated voice, like text to voice software, and then it takes stock video footage and puts that over. It'll just spit out videos one after another. So YouTube is already clamping down on this by forcing everyone to like submit information and tell them if you're using AI to make your videos. But at some point, it's going to get to the point where even YouTube will not be able to tell the difference between like a real video and a fake video.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This is wild, man. This is wild.
So
how does one go ahead?
So another thing to remember, like new channels these days have a lifespan of about 1 to 2 years. Like if the channel takes off and you're like, I'm making it, this is great, and you watch your traffic just shoot up and up and up, be aware that after 2 years, it's either starts going down or plateauing a bit. So it's back when I started in 2013, I didn't plateau and start going down until 2020 because YouTube as a platform was still growing. It was getting an audience. But now content creators are a dime a dozen. There's way more of them. So it's harder to compete. So you have to constantly keep reinventing yourself. So you have to, like I do my memes of the week videos, and I wasn't doing those a year ago. And the reason I do those now is because they're like TikTok videos. Like every little picture that I talk about in that, every meme is like a 20-second TikTok video, and they're all kind of slapped together. And those get like 25,000 views, but my regular videos might only get, between both channels, maybe 10,000, 15,000 views. So, but the difference, the reason I still make the other ones is because I get paid for it. So people request topics, and then I make the topic. So I get paid for the difference between the advertising money that I've lost is made up for by getting money. And then on top of that, I also promote my coaching services. So I get money from that. See, the thing is to have multiple streams of revenue when you're actually doing YouTube. So if you use something like Patreon, you'll get people giving you money through that, or Subscribestar, or YouTube has like memberships now. That's important. You can also do super chats if you do live streams, so people can actually interact with you directly in live streams. You get the ads on the videos, which are also the most consistent thing. But if you get demonetized, like I did years ago, you could soon find yourself without your main source of income. So you have to find other things. So I went out and did sponsorships. So I've got a lot of sponsorships that I run ads for before the video starts. And yeah, so you got to find other means of making money.
Right. So there's many different ways to make money with YouTube. You talked about super chats. You talked about the, I guess, is it the shorts? The shorts also pay?
Shorts pay horribly. So people like shorts are good if you want to build up like a subscriber number. But the problem is with shorts, people don't follow shorts. They just follow the feed in the shorts. They don't go to a channel to watch their short videos. They go to a channel to watch the long form videos. You only get like 3 or 4 cents per 1,000 views on shorts. Whereas, like say with business, you might get $10 per 1,000 views if you do like a full length video.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so lots of different ways to make money on YouTube.
Yeah.
Super chats, sponsorships,
Patreon, memberships,
Patreon coaching,
merchandise. Yeah, like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Sponsorships. Yeah, I think we already said that one. Yeah.
Do you have merch? I forgot about merch.
I have a Teespring store. You can make a Teespring store and sell stuff. So I've sold that. I've also sold audio recordings of all my shows on a USB stick. So people would order, or I would do a digital download. So they would like pay $40 and I would send them like a year's worth of content, like 350 or 400 videos down in MP3 format, so they can actually just listen to them on the go.
Why do people do that? Why do people order that?
Because
from you.
Because they don't want to use the phone bandwidth. This way they can just put the mini SD, or they can download it on their phone, and then they can listen to it while they're on an airplane, or they can listen to it while they're driving.
This might be your Uber drivers. You might have a loyal base of Uber drivers listening to your content throughout the day.
Maybe. It's possible.
Or truckers, truck drivers, or taxi drivers.
Yeah, for sure.
That makes sense. So they enjoy your content so much, that appeals to them so much that they'll pay you to give them the audio files just raw and a USB stick.
But like that was something I did. I started in 2019, and then I just kept putting that out. And I haven't really had anyone order that in probably 6 months. But in the beginning, when I did it, I was ordering like, every month, like 5 or 10 orders. So it was actually pretty good.
Wow. How do you know which to promote when? Because you can't like overexhaust your audience with promotions, right? You can't say in every video, hey, I got coaching and I got a merch and I got USB sticks of all my audios.
Well, I just say, like, I talk about the coaching at the end of the videos. So by the time most people get to the end, they're either tapped out or it's just loyal fans. And then eventually over time, you get enough coaching fans that they keep coming back year after year. Like I've had some people that I've been talking to for like, I don't know, like 5-6 years.
Wow. On a monthly basis?
I've got a couple that I do like every month. They do like a reoccurring like PayPal or like Subscribestar thing. But most of the time they just like show up and they're like, hey, let's do a chat. I'm like, I don't remember you. It's like, who are you? It's like, and then we start talking, and like 5 minutes later, I know who they are. Like today I was talking to a guy from, he's originally from Ontario, but now he lives out in Alberta. So, we booked it like 2-3 days ago, and we just had our chat tonight.
Wow. And so you're making what does it mean to make a good living from YouTube and all these revenue streams, all these different methods? Some people make huge money on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I just you're not going to get the amount of money. I think the YouTube gold rush days are kind of over. So unless you're doing something really different and difficult, you're not going to, just talking into a camera or a mic, you're not going to get the same type of revenue that you would have before. And you also have to diversify on platforms. Like I'm on Rumble, I'm on BitChute, I'm on like Odyssey. So I'm on a bunch of different places. So,
and all these other platforms help as well.
Well, it's exposure, right? Like, so if I take all my platform exposure, I'm getting about 1 million views a month, right? They're not all monetized. I would say only like maybe a third to a half is monetized, but it doesn't matter, right? Like if somebody listens to me on BitChute and they hear me talk about the coaching and then they contact me for coaching, that's a good thing, right? Because they've found me there.
I see. Yeah, that's true. And your effort to upload one video to multiple platforms is low, I guess.
Yeah, it takes me. I get up and I post 10 on 10 different places, and that's about it. So, any last questions before we wrap it up?
Yeah, what tools do you use to make it easy for you to post on 10 different platforms? That seems like a lot of work. And what mistakes have you made that we can learn from?
Well, it's also I'm not posting the same content on what I'm doing is I'm staggering the posts. So certain platforms get the content 2 or 3 days before other
Uh,
ones.
Okay,
So I just get in the habit, right? Like I render the videos and then I have an order and I don't even have to think about it anymore. Because
okay, and you do it all manually, or there's different tools that post them all for different
I
platforms?
go you can go and like set up like automated times, but then what happens is if you mess up the posting of the automated time, then it just throws everything off into chaos, right?
I
Like
see.
so it's sometimes it's just better like to just go and post stuff when you're in front of your computer. So I do it all in front of 3 monitors so I can more easily control what's happening.
I see. And what mistakes have you made that you've learned from that we can also learn from with YouTube?
Uh Well, I wouldn't say mistakes, but like the worst thing that happened to me was getting demonetized, or so I thought. So I got demonetized, and then that forced me to find other sources of revenue. And so I found like the basic attention token and promoting the Brave browser. And I did
Hmm.
that, and I got paid in basic attention token. And thanks to that, I rolled that basic attention token into Bitcoin, and that's more money. I made more money off of that than I ever would have made off of monetization in 10 or 20 years.
Right.
So sometimes, like, when you get like YouTube censoring you or like just making life difficult for you, it forces you to find other solutions. And sometimes you realize, wait a minute, I can make more money doing sponsorships and promoting crypto. Now, although you have to be careful promoting crypto because there's a lot of like shady companies promoting stuff, so you have to be careful about that.
Yeah, and they used to not allow you to promote crypto at all, and now they do, but they're still kind of careful about who and how and what, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think we've covered everything we need to.
Awesome.
All
Thanks so
right.
much, man. This has been very helpful.
All right. Talk to you later.
Well, that's it. If you want these videos 2 weeks before I release them here, then check out the Financially Indestructible channel in the description. It's right near the top. If you have any finance related topics that you want us to cover, then please leave them in the description. Michael and I both do coaching, and you can reach us through the links below too. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.